Well, it's ticking for those of you who haven't got round to starting or finishing your Christmas shopping. Yep, time is running out, folks. While some will have had all their presents wrapped and under the tree, others will be heading out over the next 6 days to begin choosing gifts for loved ones. Do you write a list before you hit the shops or just randomly choose items as you see them? And how much is cost a factor when it comes to making a purchase? Shoppers have already been spoilt with many stores already offering pre-Christmas discounts. Some as much as 50 or 60%, I'm told. To discuss all this, we're joined by financial expert Jasmine Birtles and retail expert Kate Hardcastle. Kate, time's running out, as I say, isn't it?
Well, you know, a few years ago, you and I might have that conversation and people listen and almost have that gulp of, oh my goodness, what am I going to do in the morning? I've got so many presents to buy. But I'm afraid it just doesn't set the same panic off in us these days. We know that pretty much all of us have got access to the internet. We can go online shopping 24/7. And even then, we've got the gift experience that can, even upon Christmas morning, allow us to download a gift voucher and make it look like we've been quite thoughtful and got something that actually is resonant to them rather than some flowers from the petrol station. So I think actually we've got a shopper's economy now. We're in control and we can actually change the way that we shop completely.
Well, we were having a joke about the flowers at the petrol station earlier on this afternoon. That is the pits, really. And the thing is, Jasmine, on this last-minute panicking lark, you end up very often spending quite a bit of money on pretty second-rate presents. That's the problem, isn't it?
Yes, you can do, but the other thing that's happening now is that we've got remarkable discounts in the run-up to Christmas. You know, because the high street and, frankly, online are struggling. You know, they're saying we're at peak staff. People are struggling financially anyway. And so, actually, if you're the sort of person who's left it all to the last minute, and you know, we do fall into two camps. There are those that have sorted it all by October, usually women.
I can't bear those people who buy Christmas presents in January because they're so cheap and they're ready for next year. I mean, they're not human, really, are they?
Well, in that case, you must fall into the second category.
I think I do, yeah.
Which is round about now, or even Christmas Eve, going, right, I'll just go and get whatever. And, you know, it used to be that, you know, the smug ones, as you say, the ones who got it sorted by October, they were saving money. But actually, nowadays, you're actually, much of the time, you are better off waiting until almost, or, you know, the last minute or almost the last minute, because there are constantly sales, and particularly this year, amazing deals to be had.
OK, Kate, now this business about a list or not having a list, I mean, I guess it's more sort of scientific and you're more focused if you've got a list, but maybe someone like me is basically looking for inspiration. I've no idea what I want to buy people and I'm looking around for ideas. Is that OK?
Well, I don't do my grocery shopping without a list. You have to be organised. And the list I make before I even write any type of thing down is my budget. That's the list I've got to make sure, because Christmas is a time when so many of us get into trouble with cash. So writing down what we can spend and what we're spending per head is vital. Then we can look with that budget in mind of what we can afford. If then something doesn't spring to mind in terms of you finding it hard for inspiration, you could, and I'm going to be really provocative here, you could ask that person, because if they're a grown-up, there's a good chance they might actually want to get something instead of a candle or a pair of socks. And it would be really nice. They might want you to donate to a charity of their choice, for instance. They could actually say, which is a money-saving person would really excite me, why don't neither of us buy anything and we'll just go out and have a meal in the new year, we'll save a bit of money.
Well, there's a bit of a gender split looming here. I mean, you know, you're talking as women, maybe women are better organised than men. I've got to ask you, ladies, finally, have you got all your presents bought and wrapped, Jasmine?
Pretty much, I have to say. I'm not necessarily wrapped, but yes, my lounge carpet still is covered in
OK, Kate, in a word, are you ready to go?
I'm going to get 60-70% off next week. Just watch. So, yeah, that's me.
OK. Look, happy Christmas to you both, Kate and Jasmine. Thank you both very much indeed.